What is going on with Tether? I'm worried. I think there's something very, very fishy going on, and this could be very bad news for the cryptocurrency world, mostly for Bitcoin, which would basically crash the entire market if this news comes out. But there's something going on with Tether. I'm going to talk about it in this video, so stay tuned. Well, what's going on, guys? So if you don't know what Tether is basically a coin. The whole idea is that the coin is backed by the dollar. For every coin, there's supposed to be $1 in an account somewhere. The big thing they use Tether for is that they're using Tether for buying and selling Bitcoin, depositing US dollars into Tether, and then using that Tether to buy and sell and also protect. So let's say Bitcoin goes up massively, you sell Bitcoin to protect your profits. Well, what do? You can then sell your Bitcoin for Tether, and then you can put your money into Tether, which doesn't really move that much because it's supposed to be just $1. It's supposed to be just be attached to the dollar in general. So it's like a safe haven. So let's say if I'm trading Bitcoin a lot, I can now just, sell it, put it in a Tether, wait a little bit. I can buy Bitcoin back once it dips or whatever I want to do. But the big kind of idea behind Tether is that it's this like safe haven of, hey, I can, move money in and out using Binance, and then I can protect my money when there's some massive swings overall. Tether was supposed to be working with an outside auditor company to basically audit their financials, to put proof out there into the market that there is 2.5 or 2.2 billion US dollars for the 2.2 billion Tether. So if there's 2.2 billion US dollars, are supposed to be 2.2 billion Tether. So the idea, like I said, it's supposed to correlate. So the auditor was supposed to be going over their financials. Well, it looks like yesterday or last night, Tether put out information saying that they had cut off their ties with that auditor and they're no longer working with that firm anymore, which is very, very fishy. This could be very bad. Because if you see here, this is very fishy. Let's look at this. So yesterday, somehow, they added $500 million worth of Tethers into the market. This is weird. This is really, really weird that all of a sudden, boom, this whole auditor issue happens where, the auditors basically walked away, or I don't know what exactly happened. Nobody knows exactly. Nobody's put out an official answer just yet, but you can see how all of a sudden, went from 1.6 billion US dollar market cap to all of a sudden, boom, now we got a $2.2 billion market cap, which is very alarming that all of a sudden we just had this massive jump. Massive. I mean, massive. Literally, boom, boom, right up there. On the yearly chart, it's not been that bad. So we've just been slowly gaining, 60 million, 88, 100 million. It's slowly going up. Over time, slowly going up. But in the last couple of months, in the last 3 or 4 months, it's been going up massively. It's pretty much doubled. So it went from 451 million market cap up here to that 2.2 billion. So that's a massive move in the last 3 months, which is very alarming. I don't even want to make this video because I don't want to get people scared, but this is not good. If this comes out that Tether doesn't actually have 2.2 billion US dollars in the account somewhere that's backing the Tether, it could get really bad overall because people have been using Tethers to buy Bitcoin. A lot of people have said that the Bitcoin price was artificially inflated because the Tethers were basically inflating the market. Basically, people were using Tethers to buy the big massive dips, and then, there's a lot of speculation behind this, and a lot of people worried that this could be very bad news. And, I was hoping that we were kind of in a point of like, okay, we got through December, we're almost through January. Let's get through January. We can get into February, March, and then start to look for some good news, start to see cryptocurrency start rallying. But this news last night or today is just not good in general. So this could be very bad news going in here into the future, and we'll see what happens. But I'm going to be very cautious. I don't really have that much exposure right now other than my Digibyte. If this does come out that this is a big scam, that Bitcoin has been inflated massively because of these fake Tethers that they've been making, obviously it's going to crush my Digibyte, which, there's just nothing I can really do to protect myself at this point because I'm just holding it long term. But so it'll just be a little bit blip. Maybe I'll buy the dip here, but this is not going to be good. But hey, is Tether really legitimate? Is it really backed? And now this whole got the auditor, and then boom, now they're no longer with that auditor. and then the next day they add 500 million market cap. It's very fishy to say the least. I'm going to be trying to look more into this, but this is kind of the first news that I've seen reading about it now today, this morning, reading about Tether and what's going on here. Stuff going on here the next week or so, and questions being asked about what's really going on with USDT and with Binance, with all of this stuff, because this is just insane that all of a sudden, boom, we just inflated 500 million. Yeah, I mean, it's just crazy that all of a sudden we just got 500 million inflated to the market. It's going to be questionable to say the least. We're going to be seeing, it's going to be questionable to say the least. We'll see what happens here. We'll see if somebody puts out an official release or some kind of information to talk about what's really going on here with USDT. Maybe Binance, maybe Tether will put out some info soon. But like I said, there's a lot of questions, a lot of speculation right now. So get ready for some volatility if this news does come out. This is bad news. And we'll see what happens. I'll talk to you guys later on.